So Jack, you had this brilliant idea,
Nope. No, I didn't.
and you wanted to share it today, didn't you?
No, you're on some weird stuff.
Okay, I'll start to let you um, get prepped for your amazing talk. I got a new phone recently, and
Hey!
and it has caused catastrophic. Nah, it hasn't caused much damage at all. It's just many inconveniences.
Wait, you don't know how to transfer your phone data?
No, they did all that. The
You let
inconveniences
them do
is
that?
yeah. Should they just put the phones next to each other and bada bing, bada boop? It just transferred everything over. So, so the tiny inconveniences is my work has me use like the my phone's like Bluetooth to get into our doors. So, so when I transferred my phone or got the new phone, it didn't keep that setting because now it's a new device and it's like, well, we have never seen this device before, so the door's not gonna work for you. You're gonna have to figure out how to get in otherwise. And that was fun. All I had to do was lurk outside for a little bit until I saw somebody I knew, and they let me in, lickety splickety, no problems at all. And then oh shoot, what? There was a second thing that was a problem with the new phone. Um, oh yeah, all my like two-factor authentications were like, you need to sign into your two-factor authentication with your phone so that we can set up your new phone. And I'm just like, well, I don't have the phone because I'm pretty sure they instantly like trash that thing in the Garbo. So I had to figure out how to get that all set up. So that was also a fun time. And that's my story about the new phone. I'm quite excited to take some photos because it's supposed to be a better
Yes.
camera. And yeah,
How old was your old phone?
um, I was told that it was a hand me down from my dad, but it was only like 5 years old, so it wasn't too bad.
Uh,
But the port was already going, so it was time. And my brother was already getting a new phone, so my mom's like,
I
well,
figured I might as well get a new phone as well.
yeah,
But he can get a new phone, so can I.
exactly. It's only fair.
Did you get one that was slightly better than his so you can just rub it in his face?
Nah, he was gonna get a slightly inferior one to mine, and then he's like, "Oh, you know what? I'll just go for that one too." uh, I was really questioning his decision. I guess it might have been slightly cheaper, but they don't really put
He
the
is thinking,
prices out.
I don't need a super fancy phone. I don't need to wait outside the Apple store for like a week for the newest model to come in just to drop a fresh fortune on this device. No. When I can just get the same thing, just not as good for $100.
Exactly.
I got paid $200 to upgrade my phone.
Oh, they did not hand me money. In
No,
fact,
my service was like, "Hey, if you trade in any S series, we'll give you $900 towards your new phone."
what the
So I
crap?
went on eBay and bought a like a S5 for $50, and I gave them the S5 for nine hundred
I
dollars
Oh
worth of
my
trade-in,
gosh.
and
Jesus
then I got
Christ.
the new phone, and then I sold my old phone for like $300.
Jack, you find new ways to surprise me about your haggling skills.
Why am I dumb?
No, you're like the most genius about it, and I question why people,
It,
why
Jack,
and
it's a
how.
fact that you're dumb about other stuff, but you're smart about that.
Super genius.
I think it's because I don't know.
It's because you always go for the deal.
So yeah, I got paid like $200 to get this guy.
So you got a $50 phone. Did you have to set up the service or
No, I
anything, or you
just like, all
just
right, here's my phone. They're like, you're using this thing? I was like, well, it's a phone, right? They're like, okay, do you want me to transfer everything? No, I can do it. I'm like, okay.
So there was a coffee shop on my way to work, and they got some pretty good hot chocolates there. No, it's they make it with dark chocolate, which no, I'm like, it's a little rich for my taste, but I'll take
Really,
it.
dark chocolate's a little rich.
Yeah,
Like the taste is rich.
yeah. Dark chocolate is usually a very rich chocolate type.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't like that dark cocoa.
Yeah. Milk chocolate's where it's at.
Yeah,
what about white chocolate? What are the
that's pretty good
stances
too.
on white chocolate?
That's good too.
And white chocolate's fine, but
Is it-
milk chocolate, bro. Milk chocolate all the way.
That is true. Milk chocolate is hard to beat.
I'll take basic bitch ass Hershey's any day. But anyways, the issue with the coffee shop hot chocolate is, because it's fresh, they charge like I forget how much exactly. I think it's like $5 for it. So I'm like, I don't want to stand there and wait like 5 minutes for them to make my hot cocoa on my way to work. I'm just gonna stop at the gas station that's also on my way to work, and I'm gonna like dispense my own hot chocolate that's might not be as good quality, but it's gonna keep me warm while I'm heading to work.
Yeah.
So I go there and it's like, this is only $1 for like the big cup. God damn!
You're gonna get
I'm
robbed at the other place.
I'm just gonna get my hot chocolate from here. It doesn't use dark chocolate. It's like just ground up Hershey's dust,
Oh
basically.
man, wow. Hershey's
Mix and match.
sounds great.
Hot chocolates there. There's a creamer dispenser, and I get all this for $1. This is crazy. But then it gets even better because
Oh wait, there's more.
it's like after my third time of getting hot chocolate there, the guys are like, "Hey man, you could just have that. If that's all you're getting, you don't have to pay for it."
Oh, what? Now they're just
Yeah.
comping your hot chocolate?
Yeah. Hey. Since I only got there to get hot chocolate, they're like, "Look, man, I don't want to have to ring that up. You could just go."
Yeah, nobody actually drinks that stuff, so I'm
Shit, that's been the same pot since '90.
Could you imagine? It's like nobody buys that. It's like, yeah, that we're surprised you're buying that actually. So you can just have that. We'll feel sorry for you buying that.
I've been looking for that pot of hot cocoa for 13 years. Where was it?
Wait, we sell hot chocolate?
I mean, if it is that old, it's good old hot chocolate. I can say that. So I'm not complaining. A free drink is free drink.
Fair. Like, how big is the cup? Is this like a 16 ounce? Is this 32?
Riley, if you start like asking me by ounce measurements, I'm not going to know the answer to that.
Okay, well, sorry. How big's the cup?
I'm trying to think. I want to say it's like about as tall as the microphone part of a Blue Yeti mic.
Now, if I
Is
had
going off of memory.
if I had a blue microphone Yeti, that would be very helpful. I'm assuming I think I've seen it before, so I think I know what you're talking about. So it's a large cup basically.
Yeah, that's a large cup.
Well, Jack, now that we've gotten through that preamble, you can finally talk about your amazing story that you really wanted to discuss.
I don't have one.
Yeah,
Well, I do, but it's not for the podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, you really wanted to talk about today's topic. That is giraffes, specifically the weird animals. You're just
I think it
in
was
time,
specific.
Gavin.
What noises do
think it
giraffes
was-
make? You guys know?
They probably make like a or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but they probably go like that or
Say,
something.
I'm a giraffe. Say, something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
the noise
Yeah.
giraffes make.
Hey, buddy, I'm a giraffe. I make giraffe noise.
I think the topic was specifically weird animal facts.
Oh, is it
But
facts?
yeah, but weird animals also goes hand in hand with that.
Did
So
you
if
know
you're talking
if
about
sloth drops its baby, it won't pick it up right away? Because they only go down from a tree once a day.
What if the tree like falls over?
Well, then
and the
they'll just...
sloth is fucked because they're slow, and the reason why they stay up in the tree all day is because they're slow.
Oh, it's because it
They're-
uses too much energy for them to move.
And that's why
that
they're
inefficient
Yeah,
creatures.
they only
Look,
go down
Ryan-
from a tree once every like 16 hours.
Look, Riley, you don't know how many animals got completely fucked by evolution. Sloths are one of them.
Sloths are one of the many creatures that nature really doesn't care about.
Sloths, cheetahs, kiwis.
Koalas.
No, I don't think koalas got
They
screwed
have
by
like
evolution.
chlamydia or something. Or is that just a koala a hoax? Oh,
I have
pandas.
no idea.
Legit, but that's not because of their genetics. It's because they have a lot of sex.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
koalas are actually
They're players.
blessed by nature.
Exactly.
I see.
There's a good number of like boar species who, if their tusks grow too long, it'll curve back into their skulls. That's pretty fun.
Oof.
I think that's any creature with horns, actually. Besides maybe rhinos and elephants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their tusk
Elephants
just
don't have horns. Silly.
got tusk.
Well, I wouldn't let it poke me, whatever it's got.
Eh.
It's got ivory.
Cheetahs are
Yes.
probably like the worst off wildcat out there because they have speed and that's all they have.
I think they have some agility.
That ties into their speed. They don't have good like
They don't have stealth.
they don't have good strength. They aren't that big. You know, cheetahs are only fast and that's all they have.
That's all they need.
I mean, if they're fast enough, yeah.
No, because a lot of animals make them their bitch.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
They can climb.
If they can't reach, like their top speed is 60 miles per hour, but they can only last that long for like what, like 5 seconds,
Hey man,
Yeah,
5
man.
seconds is a long time.
and not when you're hunting your prey.
Have you tried doing a plank for 5 seconds? That's like 5 hours.
It's like if the Flash was asthmatic. He runs for like 2 seconds, like
I can't breathe anymore. And then like the prey that they were hunting just starts circling them and starts laughing at him.
yeah.
I've seen Ice Age. Was it Dawn of the Dinosaurs? Or I forget his name, but the saber-toothed tiger.
Diego.
Yeah, Diego
Yeah, go.
gets laughed at by that guy.
He's had it
Yeah,
so
that
good
guy.
for so long that he just got slow and fat. It's the American effect.
I don't think they were in
I know what
America.
that's like.
Nope.
Kiwis got really fucked by evolution. Oh, those poor kiwi birds, man. They did not deserve what evolution gave them. Let me
Kiwis?
So, yeah, kiwis. So, for clarity, kiwis are in the same, like, evolutionary family as, ostriches and emus.
Yeah.
But they small.
Yeah, they're tiny. However,
They
their
have the same
eggs...
size eggs.
Yeah, they have the same size eggs.
Oh, that was a joke. Is that real?
No, it's real. It is 100% real.
I feel like we've talked about this
There's
before.
an image for reference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that messed up, man.
That'd be so weird going hunting for kiwis. You hit one and yolk comes out instead of blood.
Man, their egg is in like their rib cage.
Yeah, it pushes their organs and bones around to make room for the egg. I don't want to
First, the
imagine
egg or the
what's like that.
kiwi?
What?
What came first, the egg or the kiwi?
Well,
know.
since the egg is in the kiwi, I'm gonna go with kiwi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how was the first kiwi born if the kiwi was first? There has
How
to be
would-
an egg for it to be
How
born.
would the first egg be? Well, actually, you make a great point. I
Yeah,
like
this is
to,
about weird animal facts, not the chicken or the egg argument.
yeah.
okay.
Obviously, it's what came first, the omelet or the person who wanted an omelet.
And
Yeah,
I'm
first
under the
omelet was
belief.
definitely an accident.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shoot, I broke the egg into the fire. Oh no.
I don't even think it's that. I think that like a robin flew away and knocked one of its eggs out of the nest, and it landed on some guy's fucking like hot rock. It's like, oh my god! There's yellow windows.
Oh no,
now-
it's
now the yellow-
bleeding yellow.
Now- oh my god! Now there's white around the yellow.
This is the worst possible news.
Oh, this smells kind of
You mean
nice.
to tell me if
actually.
I don't spawn camp them, I can harvest them for the yellow?
Isn't that spawn camping? Okay.
Yeah, you check. I was really confused about that.
No, you keep the ones alive, and you just don't let them spawn.
What?
You just
Don't you
eat
want
them
them to
before.
spawn?
You want the eggs, right? So you do
Just
spawn
don't do
camp
that.
them.
Is don't do that to like crows, because the crows will make you your bitch if they know you're fucking with them.
Yeah, they'd be smarticle particles.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because like crows will make like there's a video of a crow causing beef between two cats and watching them fight just for fun.
Oh, jeez.
But there's also a story of a guy who saw an injured baby crow, tried to necessitate it, but failed, and the baby bird died. But all the crows saw was, hey, that guy's near that dead crow child. We are going to make this guy's life miserable.
He will regret this.
That guy murdered that
Yeah.
that bird.
He made a murder, so now let's make a murder.
Go craw, craw.
Did you know crows will
Crow.
investigate dead crows to see if there's any danger in the area?
I did not, Jack.
Oh no, it's Billy. Was he just being stupid again, or is there danger?
Is he playing possum?
Yeah. So they got that like CSI crime investigation team going
So
on.
you're saying is we could make a show about Detective Crows?
Yep.
Probably.
Detective Peck and Detective Squawk.
Those are terrible names.
No, they're great names.
Did you name them yourself, Jack?
Yep.
The great names. Because the creator of them.
I think they're amazing names, actually.
There couldn't be any better names than that.
Ugh. Yum, yum, yum.
You know, I think pandas also got a short straw of the
Oh yeah.
of the evolution. They for some
Just be-
reason
They're just kind of stupid.
Yeah.
for some reason the one food they like is killing them. They're like, yeah, let's eat the bamboo. This'll keep us nourished.
Is the bamboo killing them?
I'm pretty sure
mean-
that's what I heard is bamboo.
No, they're
is-
just so stupid. They're
no
literally just
nutrients.
dying.
It's also because humans hunted them to endangerment.
Well, humans did that with a lot of animals.
Only the tastiest ones.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't really eat too many buffalo. We just killed them to kill them.
Yeah. Well, I didn't specifically. Plus, they're bison, not buffalo. Completely different species.
And
Buffalo,
plus,
bison, birds, same thing.
Jack, I don't want to
Birds?
hear you. Jack, I don't want to hear you slandering pandas because pandas are a lot more intelligent than you'd think.
Hey man, I've seen some zoo videos, and those guys are about as smart as me.
Have you seen Kung Fu Panda? They know Kung Fu.
It's
That's
interesting
one.
you say that, Jack, because there's a story of a female panda who faked being pregnant just because she knew that it would give her special treatment.
Oh, snap.
There were pandas who were given like American burgers and stuff, but when they were transferred to another zoo, they refused to eat other food because, man, I want the good shit. Fuck, man.
I
I
didn't even
want
know
this eucalyptus.
pandas ate meat.
They're
They were
bears. Of
Yeah,
course
but I
they
thought
eat
they
meat.
were like
They're idiot bears, Jack.
Just because they eat mostly bamboo, that doesn't mean they're against like
Hamburgers.
They don't
I
think meat is
really
murder just
wanna-
because they like bamboo, Jack.
They're not vegetarians, Jack.
how do you know? Did you ask them?
I don't need to ask.
I watched them eat meat.
You watch
Maybe if it was a tofu burger.
tofu burger. Gosh, I don't even think the pandas would like a tofu burger.
What is
Wow.
this shit? I want Wendy's.
I want the
I
curly
think that's what I
fries.
had on an airplane last time. It was just like a tofu cube,
Oh,
and it literally just felt like I was chewing an eraser.
Yeah.
I don't
not-
imagine tofu has a lot of flavor.
not a big tofu.
No, there was no
fan.
flavor, but it was like the consistency of an eraser.
Yeah, I think it's a texture thing for me with tofu, and it doesn't taste basically of anything. So
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
The only tofu anything I had was the miso soup at the sushi place in the place Gavin and Jack currently live. But like there's a lot of other stuff to go against the tofu. So the tofu is just like an added this is some added substance to the overall experience.
yeah,
So I never had tofu on its own. And I know tofu is bland, so I don't really want to get it.
fair.
There, where?
I said fair, not bear, Jack.
There.
You wacko. You got bear brain.
And actually, on the topic of animals you think only eat plants, but actually will sometimes eat meat, most herbivores will also eat meat sometimes.
Which makes them omnivores.
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
the only reason
technically
why they don't
omnivore.
is because they don't have the means to hunt it.
Really?
Or digest it, I'm pretty
I was
sure.
thinking digestion. I was thinking like a
No.
cow with 4 stomachs
there's-
doesn't have its ability.
There's plenty of cases of like sheep on farms biting off the heads of chickens and eating them.
Jesus Christ!
Riley, you do not have many grounds to talk there. Mister, oh, we just rip the head off
Hey.
the chicken and watch it run around.
I told you guys,
That's
it's just
better.
the one chicken that we do that to, and that's the jerk
One chicken yearly.
Yeah, we haven't done that. We haven't done chicken slaughtering in a while, so you guys are in for a treat once we get back to chicken slaughter season.
Yes.
Are you getting them real fat? Like
No, we don't have any chickens.
real
at the moment,
fat? Oh.
so
Man, I want
Chickens
some
found out what
shitty
you do
season,
every
then.
year, so they stopped coming around.
say again.
The chickens found out what you do every year, so they stopped coming around.
Ah, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you only did that to wild chickens, right? Not the ones that you raised and cared for.
Why would we do that to wild chickens? Where would you even go find wild chickens?
In the wild.
Yeah.
Where the chickens are.
Where the chick?
Or
Yeah.
over the fence into the neighbor's yard.
Could be.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We
Ah.
did it to the chickens we raised ourselves, like humane people.
Oh, like humane people, huh?
You see, we raise the chickens to the point where we get a deep emotional attachment to them before brutally executing their
That's why we
lives
can't
for the
raise
sake of
goats
By
sustenance.
anymore.
ripping their heads off and watching them run.
That's why we
He
can't
couldn't start it.
we can't raise goats anymore because goats are too cute.
Bah.
God, those bleedy bastards. We love them too much.
We got a bleeding heart for those bleedy bastards.
We tried to put old Betsy down, old Yeller style, but we just couldn't do it.
It looked at us with
Good.
its sideways devil eyes, and we were like, "Don't kill." And
Yeah, definitely. That's how goats act.
It stood up on its hind legs and we decided we don't want it anymore.
What?
Yeah, the goat.
Oh,
the hind goat stands up on its hind legs.
yeah.
I was going to kill the goat for food, but then it stood up and beat my ass, so I decided not to.
I decided purely based off my own opinion that it should live and not
Yeah, it tried
forced.
converting me to Satanism,
Yes.
but that had nothing to do with why we don't have goats anymore. But
Classic Jack and his goat worshipping schemes.
I tried killing a goat, but then it turned out to be really buff, and
A buff
it's kind of
goat.
pounded its hooves together while looking at me with a very angry look on his face, and I decided entirely based on my own thoughts and opinion with no outside influence that I should leave this goat alone.
Would it be somewhat not cool to call a buff cow beefy?
I think you could call it beefy.
I think it's the specific level of audacity where it's funny, it's charming, it's fun.
And I don't think the
I don't think he'd
cow
really care
cares.
too much, to be
Yeah.
honest.
It might.
Now, I'd imagine a cow like, nice one, bro. Here, have a protein shake.
I have a milkshake.
This is the homemade kind.
I made it myself.
Yuck. I'm a bull, by the way.
In case I wasn't clear.
Drink it.
Oh gosh.
Actually, I don't want to drink. Oh no! I insist.
Hey, you're the
You
one
are
calling
going
me
to
beefy.
drink it. That episode of South Park. Or no, Family Guy. There we go.
What?
You guys seen that episode of Family Guy?
You're assuming I
What
watched
episode?
Family Guy.
For whatever reason, Peter's at like a cowboy, thing with like bucking bulls or whatever, and he somehow gets in the arena with a bull. And
yeah.
the bull's like, back home, I'm a breeding bull.
I know what you're talking about, Jack. Haha, funny reference.
Ha 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 ha. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's still funny. Ha ha ha.
I've seen so many episodes of Family Guy that a lot of the later ones just kind of bleed together in my mind.
For the
So-
good?
No, definitely not for the good.
For the better.
No, it's for the very, very painfully mediocre.
For the bottom of the barrel.
That
Riley,
too.
I got you your clip.
My clip?
Yeah.
Hi, you just watched a cool cartoon clip.
Of the oh gosh, what's his name? Autistic Gamer 777? What?
Oh, you found Jack's YouTube channel?
Is that
Shit,
not
man,
what
that's
Cameron was
supposed to be a
referencing?
secret. No, I posted. What are you even talking about, dude? I posted the video in the chat.
I'm not watching the video of the chat. Gabriel was making a reference. I already
What?
know if I'm gonna click on that video, I'm gonna get an ad.
You don't have
What'd you
ad block.
say?
Not on my Discord. I don't know even how you put an ad on Discord.
What'd you
Or-
say, Riley?
The reference you
wasn't
were
paying-
trying to make.
What reference?
You was like, "Hi, I'm the," and then you just stopped. Is it the cool autistic gamer 777?
Yeah, that's what. It's Cool Autistic Gamer 774.
Oh,
Riley.
sorry. See, these two others were making fun of me, saying that it was a Jack channel instead of a reference.
others. What the heck?
They weren't getting that it was a reference that we've done on this podcast already before.
I don't think they were here for that.
Oh, they weren't here for that.
It might have
well,
just
yeah.
been a me, you, and Max moment.
Oh, okay. Well, that would explain a lot then. Not that they were not listening or something. That they just weren't here.
Also, yeah, I'm seeing why I don't remember this joke now. Now that I watched that clip,
So
it's just a very Family Guy joke.
Family
Yes.
Guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now is
and not the good Family Guy joke. It's the bad.
it's the
Family
bottom of the
Guy
barrel family joke?
joke. Yeah, the bottom of the
Family Guy.
barrel Family Guy joke.
I mean, I thought it was funny.
Well, that's because you haven't seen good Family Guy,
Oh no.
and also that's just not funny. It's just Family Guy,
By the
which
way,
is not
Jack,
funny anymore.
your sense of humor terrible. If you think this was funny, blah, absolutely trash.
I agree with that.
Anyways, now that we've gone through the topic, we did the preamble. Now, Jack, you can tell your amazing story that you've been saving up
Why do you
for
think
this
I always have a story?
this whole time.
As you do.
My life isn't
Jack,
interesting.
you've been
dude.
holding out on us for so long. You've been like,
Right, I don't have an interesting life.
guys, this is
Jack,
is
that's what you
super cool."
said. Like when you came back from Japan, we asked you to talk about your Japan stories, and you're like, "No,
Oh, that's just because I didn't want to talk about.
That's ramen." Yeah, that's very good. And then right when the podcast was over, it was like, "Oh yeah, there's this guy who thought it was Harry Potter."
Yeah.
Like, why did you talk about that?
Jack's a very a hermit guy. He doesn't talk about his feelings.
No, it's weird to talk about myself. I don't know, this is weird.
Oh man, I'd hate to talk about myself. Anyway, so there's
don't
this
think
one
you have
time
that
I was
issue, Riley.
snowboarding. And
yeah?
no, I never snowboarded. Oh man,
Well,
absolutely.
I have.
Tell us about the snowboarding story, Riley. Come on.
I've watched snowboarding before.
Tell us your snowboarding story.
And you know, it was kind of fun. It was during the Olympics. I'm like, "Oh, that'd be fun to do." And then I never
That
did it.
doesn't sound like a Riley snowboarding story to me.
Well, this one time
Make
I
something
wasn't
up.
snowboarding.
That's not you snowboarding. That's you not snowboarding.
They're pretty close.
I want a Riley snowboarding story. Make something up. It's a story. Come on.
Well, I have to make it believable, and I don't know much about snowboarding. I don't know.
Just make something up. I don't
know
care.
no snowboarding lingo.
You think I have high standards for the kind of story you're telling?
Yeah.
I'm telling you to make one up on the spot. I'm not expecting quality.
Not from Riley.
But I only tell quality level stories.
No, you don't.
Couldn't even make it through your own sentence.
Hey,
If you think your stories are quality, I want to hear a story without quality, Riley.
Yeah,
Well,
me
give us
too.
a non-quality story. Give us the lowest quality story you can think of.
So there was this guy that was like, you know, would be fun, snowboarding.
Oh yeah,
and
go on.
and then he took us into a van and was like, let's go to the snowboarding rink, and you know, do the snowboarding stuff. And then we went to the snowboarding rink, and there was this chair, and we were supposed to sit in the chair to, you know, go snowboarding because the chair will lift you up. it's not a ski lift, but it was a snowboarding chair, and the snowboarding chair took you up the mountain like a ski lift, but it was a chair. And then the chair just ejected you out of the thing, and you went barreling down the mountain, as all snowboarders do.
Yeah.
And then that's how you snowboard.
I was about to crack up like in the middle of that, not because of your story's goodness, because it was not that, but because your Pikmin music started blaring in the background, and I was trying not to laugh at that.
Hey, I'm playing.
It's like halfway through, I hear.
Here, I'll turn the music off, guys. Sorry, I was on 1, so I was assuming it was fine. Obviously not. My mic is just that good. No, I do have a different story that snowboarding story reminded me of. In high school, my dad talked me up to a videographer, saying that I knew how to do some videography stuff. And this videographer's like, "Oh, perfect. We'll hire you as like a freelance agent to to record this not record, but maybe it was record, to use the cameras at this, what was it? It was like a fighting event that was happening in like a different town. So the person was going to drive me. So, already lots of red flags off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Your father can't accompany us.
No, my father didn't accompany me. Oh gosh. And the best part is, I knew one person that was there, and everybody knows him. I don't know if I should. Well, I say everybody. Everybody in this chat should know him. He was a lead role in our amazing Project Deli.
Oh yeah.
You know him. You love him.
Zach.
Not Zach. Very close. Starts with a Z. Close enough.
I was giving you a name to use, but yeah, cool. Just say not him.
He was fighting
Yeah.
there?
No, he was another videographer. So yeah, I guess I should have mentioned this. There's 2 other videographers that were there, and so we go to this event, and red flag 1 was me supposed to it was going to be me, 2 other videographers, and the main person, and they're just like, well, we'll hire you as the freelance person, and it'll be fine. It'll all work out. And there was just not much for anybody to do because there was 4 people and like 1 camera. So I don't understand.
Oh, good.
I don't understand what was happening there. But yeah, so that was interesting. But the whole thing I remembered is initially we were supposed to just meet like we were just supposed to meet at the high school, but they took me from the high school to their little office place, and then took me back to the high school eventually. I don't remember why we went to their office. It was just a wacko place. So yeah. But it was me and not Zach, and somebody else I didn't know, and a person, the leader there, I slightly knew. And my dad, after the fact, after I told him, some of the stories of it, he's like, "Well, you better cash that check in quick." after I got the check, he's like, "Yeah, I have a feeling this business isn't going to last very long."
What business?
I don't know if it's still out today, but I know
If it's not, then you can talk about it. If it is, I would avoid it.
Yeah, I don't think it was just a video recording business. Like, I think it was a freelance video recording business thing. Not anything too special. And they were something else. They were new to business, I feel, and decided to hire high schoolers for probably cheap, but then they hired too many high schoolers.
What do you mean probably cheap? Didn't you see the check?
Yeah, I saw the check. I thought it was
So
amazing.
Was it cheap or was it probably?
I thought it was
okay.
amazing at the time. I probably, let's see, what did I eventually buy with it? Probably my Switch. I had to guess. Maybe it was even earlier. Maybe it was the Wii U
I
era.
brought 3
You
Switches
did
and
nothing,
7
and you
games.
got enough money to buy a new Switch.
I think I got like $200-ish.
Damn.
For how long did it take?
Well, I was there the whole night. So let's see. I know I got back at 2 a.m., but I don't recall when we left. It might have been like 6 a.m. Or not 6 a.m., 6 p.m. But I don't recall.
Yeah, but you were just standing there like spinning your thumbs.
No, I was the only one doing anything. Everybody else was watching me. Because I
Well,
was
yeah, you're the one with videography experience.
apparently, yeah, I was the one that was like, "Yep, I've used these cameras before," not realizing that I had used the cameras before. My dad was like, "Yeah, so you remember using these at the hockey event thing?" I'm like, "I used those at the hockey event." He's like, "Yeah, you did." I'm like,
There was a
"Oh,
hockey event?
there's a hockey event." Of course, I remember that. How could I forget?
Oh, I ate too much ice cream. My tum-tum upset.
Ah, man, do you have the ice cream blues?
More like the ice cream blizz.
I've
Mm.
never been sad eating ice cream.
That's when most people eat ice cream, Jack.
When they're sad.
Yeah, haven't you watched any TV show after a big breakup? It's like so they
Eat a
just
whole pint.
eat the whole quart.
I just do that normally.
Oh,
What do you
okay,
mean?
that's a choice.
Yeah, and I get like that like really fancy like chocolate sauce that like goes hard. Know what I'm
Okay,
talking
not
about?
Magic Shell, yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
wonder.
Yeah,
fudge
that
one,
goes
not the
hard.
chocolate. Yeah, the fudge one. That shit slaps.
I remember having that as a kid, but I have since not used it because if you wait too long to actually use it and then you try pouring it out on it on your ice cream, it gets really sad really quick.
You have to shake it.
Oof. Yeah, you learn not to trust the bottle.
You have to shake it vigorously.
It's all right, Riley. I understand. I learned that lesson too. It's fine. You're not alone.
You're like, oh, because you're so excited for it, and then it's just
Oh yeah, some freaking ice cream. Oh, we have this stuff.
the magic
Yes.
shell.
Oh,
This will make the ice cream hard.
make it go hard, baby.
Man, what is up with old people and just not caring about what they're doing in locker rooms?
What?
It's probably because they're old and don't care.
So, Jack, when's the last time you've been in a locker room?
Today at the gym. I was in the locker room and I was looking for a place to put my coat, and I was walking down the aisles, and next thing I saw was just some 60-year-old dude standing there, hands on his hips, buck naked, talking to some other dude.
Well, what else was he supposed to do?
Was the other dude also?
No, he was fully clothed.
Oh no, that's even well. That's weird.
No, what would have been weird
know if
is
it's
if the
weird or-
naked
Like
guy
he wasn't
put
even
his
getting dressed, Riley. He was just standing there, hands on his hips, spread eagle.
Well, are you gonna talk? Well, why would you talk to? Well, why'd you get dressed while talking to someone? That's just rude.
And did you
Get
talk
dressed
to him?
and then start talking to him.
Jack, did you
Well, if
talk
they
to them?
start talking to you,
No, I was looking
before
for an
you're
open
dressed.
locker.
Well, I think
I was
we're
walking
seeing
down,
the
looking
issue.
through the aisles, and I was like,
Jack, I think you're just being judgy.
Yeah.
no. He
No,
was
I'm on
standing. He
Jack's
was
side,
not
it's so
making an
weird.
effort to put any pants on or anything.
Well,
Because he's talking to someone. It's
He's
You
talking
bad
to
don't talk to
manners.
someone with your wiener hanging out.
well, maybe you don't.
In plain view.
Jack.
Big word.
Yeah, he was like
Jack.
trying to show that thing off or something. He had his hands on his hips, dude.
Well, Jack, did you look? Was he showing it
No!
off like?
Was it impressive enough to be shown up?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, these are the important questions, Jack.
See, Jack, this was the
What?
story we were waiting for. You were in a
Yeah.
locker room with a naked guy.
Yeah.
Naked old dude.
Yeah, these
We
are
need
these
more
are the
naked old
kinds
men
of
stories.
and these are the kinds of quality stories we want.
Thank
on this
God I saw it
podcast.
out of the corner of my eye and realized what I was looking at before I fully focused on what that was.
And then you
that's
realized there
funny.
was no naked guy there the whole time.
It was all in your head.
Yeah.
Something
It was
like that.
just a mirror.
I was the naked guy all along, and I was also the guy the naked guy was talking to. What a twist.
What a twist in the story.
Nah, if you're naked, you should not be talking to some other dude.
Jack, you
just
went to
my-
Japan though, didn't you? Don't you know
Didn't
Japan?
you
What does
get
that have to
naked
do
and
with
talk
being
to some
naked?
dude?
Yeah, Riley, what are you cooking? What the fuck?
Well, don't they have like those saunas things?
I
Don't
don't
you
know.
just
I
get
haven't
naked
been
in front
there.
of each other?
You mean
Isn't that
communion
Japan?
baths?
Haven't you
The
seen
nudity capital of the world?
the anime?
Riley,
was
there's
like-
a di-
I don't
Riley,
think I would
there's-
ever go to a community bath.
I don't think I
yeah,
would.
there's
either.
a stark difference
would.
between a community bath or a nudist beach, which is the beach equivalent,
Yeah, I don't
and
think I'd go to the nudist beach.
going to a gym locker room and seeing a naked dude talking to his full.
Yeah, one is expected. The locker room.
I think that's half expected at best, Riley. At best.
Okay, so Jack, hypothetically, if the guy came up to you and started to try talking to you, what would you do?
I walked away as soon as I realized what was going on. Right, there was no way he was talking to me.
It's like, oh, young man, hold on.
Young man!
I would probably start running.
Put pants on, please. Ah!
No English!
Excuse me, young man. Have you seen my pistol? Straight to danger! Straight to danger! That's Jack.
I see. So why do you go in the locker room then?
Where am I gonna put my fucking coat? Am I just gonna wear it in the gym?
Yeah,
Does he
that's how
get-
you get all the
Yeah,
water
you-
weight out. You sweat it out.
Yeah, Jack, you're not
You
wearing your
gotta-
sauna suit in the
Right.
gym?
Jack, you gotta hang it up on the barbells.
No, I don't think so.
They're perfect. They're the perfect coat hanger shape. I don't think this topic's going any further, so it's time for the juicy, stupid influencer update. Or in this
Yeah.
case, we're talking about a new story because there aren't any juicy updates to the Jack Doherty stuff or the Lunchly bullshit. We got a new one to talk about here. So have y'all heard of this dude called Johnny Somali?
Oh yeah.
Have we talked about him before already?
Probably not on the podcast.
Then probably not.
So basically, Johnny Somali is an IRL streamer who makes it his entire career to go out
yeah,
in
now I know who we're
public
talking about.
and like be a nuisance to other people. No, like a lot of IRL streamers, do. But what makes Johnny Somali different is instead of doing it in America where he can get his ass beat for doing it, he's doing it in places he's doing it in more tolerant cultures like Japan and Korea because he doesn't think they'll fight back. And that's
Ooh.
why he chooses to do it in those places specifically. He started off with Japan, like going on a train and yelling, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, we'll do it again. Yeah,
Oh, that's classy.
like he'd also hit on a bunch of like Japanese women, and he'd do the same thing in Korea later. But we'll get to the Korea part eventually. But it got to the point where the Yakuza came in, and Jack, you know more about the Yakuza thing than I do.
Yeah, because you've been in Japan.
Yeah.
I
Been to
only
Japan.
I only know about the Korea stuff. So
No,
you could
it
talk
just-
about the Japan and
Yeah, they made
Israel things.
they made him follow them to their I don't know where, and they made him kneel down in front of them and apologize. And he did.
Yay, street justice. Woo!
But Japan got tired of his bullshit and deported his ass and banned him from ever coming back to Japan again. So then he decided to move on to Israel. And Jack, I don't know anything about the Israel thing.
Neither do I.
All right.
But this is your area of expertise, Jack.
Because you've been to
So
Israel.
you can speak on this.
So he did the same song and dance of going to a foreign country and saying heinous, offensive shit to their culture. I think he got his ass beat in Israel and got kicked out of there too. So his next stop was Korea.
Jack,
Yeah.
I got
So
a comment.
No.
Because you've been to Korea.
so
Jack's been around the world.
So, I guess a bit more context I forgot to mention. Like, when he was getting tried in Japan, he made, like, an apology to the Japanese people, saying, I'm sorry, I'm never going to do this type of thing again, I swear. I'm sorry I offended you guys. And then the moment he left Japan, he was like, psych! Y'all are fucking stupid for letting me go. And fuck Japan, fuck you guys. I'm gonna keep doing this shit, and I'm gonna keep being a pain in the ass to everybody around me. And that's exactly what he did when he went to Korea. Now, Korea has this thing called, I think it's a Peace Woman statue?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like something I shouldn't touch.
It is something you shouldn't touch, because these statues are memorials to
The sex slaves.
to the Korean sex slaves in World War II, which there was a lot of. And and what Johnny Somali did was he would go to these statues and make out with them and grind on them and all that sort of shit. So, real classy dude. He'd also play like whatever the equivalent of playing Hitler's Holocaust speech in like a Jewish mausoleum, but he did that in like whatever the Korean equivalent of that is. So, he did that. And the Korean people were getting really tired of his shit. So eventually, the Korean IRL streamers, there was one who was like, I'm gonna put a $700 bounty on this guy's head, and anybody who goes out and beats his ass will get paid. So then other Korean streamers and just Korean pedestrians started coming out, tracking his ass down because he's streaming himself doing this shit. So he's walking around, talking shit, acting like he's the guy, and then some random Korean dude would walk up and clock him out of nowhere. And what's amazing is Johnny Somali and his buddy, his cameraman dude, who's just as shitty as he is, they would always be talking so much shit like, and these guys are pussies. They don't fight back. We are awesome. And then anybody comes to us, they better get ready because we're gonna throw hands with them. And in the moment, like, somebody clocks him in the face, he fucking books it.
Yeah, all bark, no bite.
Yeah. And and there was another incident where he went into like a 7-Eleven, and he took like a bowl of ramen off the rack and started eating it there. He he took some like wine or something that he didn't pay for, opened it, started drinking it, started pouring it into the ramen, and then he started pouring the ramen out onto the table. He grabbed the ramen noodles and started throwing them at the door. Would play like offensive songs and like do cringe ass Fortnite dances right in front of the doorway, so he was obstructing people. Whenever like the store staff came to confront him, he'd fucking yell at them. Then They're like, I'm black, I'm American, I can do what I want, I have freedom, I have rights. You know, fucking douchebag. And this entire time, the Korean populace is getting more and more aware of this guy, and they're getting more and more tired of him. And the bounty is still an ongoing thing, but there's also people going out there who just want to like fuck him up because he's Johnny Somali. And one of these guys is what is essentially former member of the Koreans version of the Navy SEALs.
Somebody you shouldn't be messing with.
Yeah. And no. And it wasn't this guy who did it, but it was other people who found out like the hotel that Johnny and his pal were staying at. So like while Johnny was out in the streets getting his ass beat by other Korean folk, there was this ex-Navy SEALs officer who was like standing outside of his building shadowboxing, like preparing to like kick Johnny's Somali's ass. And I think the next day he found him on a street in front of some police officers, and then he like beat him up in front of the officers who didn't do anything. They just watched, and they only arrested the Navy SEALs guy after he was done.
Nice.
Like, there's like a video of the aftermath of that where Johnny's like completely fucking like dazed, definitely had a concussion. And of course, the Navy SEALs guy got arrested because the cops are there, they gotta do their job. But it's okay because like the Korean community posted his bail immediately after, so he was free like right away. But you know who isn't free? Johnny Somali. Because all this time while he was causing bullshit in Korea, the Korean government has been building a case against him. And once they had enough to hit him with something, which like what was the first charge they gave him? Was it like a drug charge which he can get sent to 10 years for?
I don't remember.
It's something like that. Anyways, they dug up enough dirt on him to where they could hit him with an actual case and arrest him. And they took away his passport, so he can't leave the country now.
What? So he's stuck in Korea, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's stuck in Korea, where there's a bunch of people who hate him and are actively hunting him down to kick his ass.
Oh, well,
And
maybe
he's
we
also
could
got-
trade another merchant of death for him to get him back or something.
And he's also got...
Do we want him back, Kevin?
Did we want the basketball player back for the merchant of death? Was that a good trade?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We traded an imprisoned, whatever, merchant of death. He got his moniker for that, for a basketball player. We wanted a basketball player back, so we gave that country their merchant of death back. So did we want to make a similar trade, you know?
Nah, they can keep him. They can keep him. We don't.
The
we don't
supplier of disease, maybe? We could give him back.
The supplier
For
of
our
disease.
influencer. Yeah, merchant of death, supplier of disease. You know, just give all these people back.
Well, Gavin, I feel like
What?
we don't need this influencer back as much
I
As-
think you're right.
as much as it's hard to say. But you do well. What's the phrase? Do stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yes, we all do games.
Do games.
It's play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
That was pretty close.
No, I like doing games.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Doing games.
They call
Anyways,
me
like-
a gamer.
Before Johnny Somali actually got arrested by the Korean police, He was in a Discord call talking with his buddies for like, dude, get the fuck out of Korea while you still have the chance. Okay, they are gonna be on your ass if they aren't already. And Johnny's like, yeah, I guess there's no more clout to get from here anyways. And sure enough, his passport got taken away. So now, like, if he wasn't arrested, which he was, but if he wasn't arrested, his only means of actually escaping Korea is because it's on a peninsula. The only way he could actually escape is through North Korea. And if that's your only option for freedom, I think you're better off just staying.
Yeah, just stay away. I'm cool.
Yeah, I don't think you want to pass through the DMZ.
I'd rather be imprisoned here than ever cross that border, honestly.
Yeah.
Gosh, if he crosses the border and starts the Korean War again.
Oh, God. But he'll get so many views, Riley.
Oh, man. He'll go down in history. One man.
Yeah.
One man.
That seems to be all he really cares about, so...
maybe we shouldn't give him ideas.
It is. So now, Johnny's in prison, and at the time, he was looking at, like, 10 years of prison time. Oh yeah, he also went out and made like a public apology to the Korean people like he did with Japan. And in usual Johnny Somali fashion, like right afterwards, he uploads a video on his channel where he immediately like mocks his apology that he made and mocks the Korean people even further and basically hammers in that he's definitely not sorry, as if the Korean authorities aren't actively looking at his content to build a case against him. But anyways, they found some actual legitimate dirt other than the public disturbance shit he's been doing, which he is also being charged for. But he's also been charged for drug possession, which is a big deal in Korea. And that's what he's getting the 10-year sentence for.
Oh, jeez. Couldn't they block his account from like reaching outside of the United States, Korea?
I don't think they did, but I can tell you that his accounts have been banned. He's been banned off YouTube. He's been banned off TikTok. He's been banned off Twitch. He's been banned off Kick. The only place he hasn't been banned from yet is Rumble.
Rumble. That sounds great.
I don't even think I know what Rumble is.
No,
that's because it's Rumble.
So that's the only place he goes.
And you can definitely tell that they're keeping him in jail because he's probably safer in there than he is in public, where people are out looking to beat his ass.
Well, people are still looking to beat his ass in prison, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. But, Johnny doesn't think about that. He's just glad to be away from the mean Korean folk who come out and punch him when he did nothing wrong.
Oh, yes.
Nothing wrong. Oh.
But like every day, they manage to find like more and more stuff to add to his sentence. So his sentence gets bigger and bigger as the list of crimes also grow along with it. And what it seems like they're doing is they're starting off by charging him with like lesser crimes, smaller stuff, but then they slap him with more and more stuff on top of that afterwards. That seems to be what they're doing with him. And some of these other crimes include using deep fakes to like pretend that he is dating a Korean streamer, which he wasn't, and deep faking other people in Korea without their consent is a crime. And he also did this again with a different Korean streamer. I think he was charged for like obstruction of business with the ramen incident. I think he's been charged for the peace statues shit he was doing. Apparently, he also might allegedly be into little girls.
What?
Yikes.
So, yeah, it's not looking good for good old Johnny Somali. But on top of that, because of how big this has been, there's also the Korean American gangsters who are making posts online who are like, Johnny, if you ever come back to this country, I'm letting you know, if we find out you're in our area, we are fucking killing you. And we will kill everyone you know and love as well. Okay. You
Jeez.
fucked with them. Okay. We are the type of people who will kill you just for, like, looking at us wrong. And you're fucking with our motherland.
Yeah, you know.
So you better hope that you don't come back to America. Because we'll be
America?
waiting for you. Yeah?
Yeah, America, the motherland.
Oh.
No! Riley, have you not been listening?
I didn't think he was back in America.
He's not! He's still in Korea!
That's
They're
why he
giving-
can't come back.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
shouldn't.
saying that the fucking, like, Korean American gangsters are sending death threats to him
sorry.
if he does come back.
I missed a Korean America.
Mm. This is Korean America.
Yeah. And on top of that, he also got an emergency passport, which, for the record,
Didn't even
is
know it
something
existed.
that you use in case your passport gets stolen, which it wasn't, it was confiscated. And he went on social media boasting that, hey, guess what, motherfuckers, this is my ticket out of this place. Again, as if, he's blissfully unaware of the fact that
Nobody
the Korean
watches
authorities
his stuff,
are
right?
actively
Yeah.
are actively monitoring what he's doing, and as if his entire like quote unquote fan base aren't there to just watch him fail and are also probably totally not reporting every action he makes to Korean authorities. Definitely not the case.
Yeah, definitely, probably not. Probably,
And
definitely.
Probably not.
also, it's possible that this might also add further charges onto him, because what he's intending to use the emergency passport for is not what they're meant to be used for.
Naturally.
And plus, he's also just on a bunch of lists.
I didn't think he could even get the emergency passport if it was rightfully taken away. I didn't even know, first of all, emergency passports existed.
It's possible that he might have just already had it, and like a dumbass, he announced, like, this is my Grandmaster plan!
Hey guys, we're gonna go rob this bank. How did they know we were gonna rob the bank? Goodness. Some people don't think before they do. And
yeah, like covering
me.
the Johnny Somali stuff entirely from memory, it did not go as well as I thought. I definitely left out some details, but that's the general gist of the Johnny Somali situation. Oh yeah, and he's also like filed a restraining order against against a Korean streamer who said he was going to track down Johnny to beat him up. So, like, it's like, no, don't do that. Restraining order. Stay away from me.
Ew, you got cooties, so you're gonna kill me.
And there's also some dirt about his cameraman too, who, like, because Johnny is the big guy, the cameraman's off on the side, hoping and thinking that he's going to get away with the horrible shit he's done.
Yeah.
Which is basically the same shit that Johnny's been doing, except like the alleged pedophilia is probably worse with him. So, not looking good for Johnny Somali and his
crew.
cameraman. Yeah. Everyone hates him, and I think his plan was to go to China next. So, which I mean, I don't know a lot about Chinese culture, but I feel like if he starts pulling the same shit in China, I don't think things are gonna go very well for him.
So I guess maybe I'm
Especially with
oblivious
his
about this, but
reputation.
does he actually know the languages of these countries he's going to?
I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think Johnny Somali is that smart. Again, a guy is coming up with schemes to get out of his situation and immediately talking about those schemes on social media as he does it. I don't think this man knows other languages.
Because I was still imagining like, how do you like to insult somebody? They have to know what you're saying, right? like not everybody knows English. I guess the statue things is probably one way to insult without knowing a language.
But yeah, the Korean people are pissed at him. Korean American gangsters want him dead. The black community is very pissed at him because he's giving them a bad name with the shit he's doing. And
Yeah.
Americans also hate him because, again, he's giving us a bad and even worse reputation than we already have.
And this podcast also hates him.
Yeah,
I think we can have a stance on that.
I can definitely tell you that I hate Johnny Somali.
I don't know the guy very personally, and I don't think I want to.
Exactly. Is there anything you want to add to the Johnny Somali stuff, Jack, that I might have forgot or didn't clarify good enough?
No, I think you got it.
All right.
Finally, now Jack can talk about his amazing story that he's still
I think it's time for a you story.
I told my story.
Hey, do you know who hasn't told a story yet?
Oh,
Gavin.
Gavin. Do you want to give us a winery update?
Yeah, I've been making wine, and Maddie really likes this apple cider that she constantly keeps getting. And I read the ingredients, and the ingredients are apple cider. That's it. There's no added sugar, no added preservatives, nothing. It's just crushed up apples in a jug. So it's like, oh, well, I could just use that and make wine.
Make apple wine?
That mixed with that is in a jug, and some store-bought apples are in a jug. And I bought some pectin enzyme because apples are just full of pectin. That's kind of what keeps them together. It's the structural stuff that keeps the apple an apple.
Right.
Naturally.
So if you add the enzyme, then it breaks it down and makes it all float to the bottom, so you can have an extra clear wine. And that batch immediately cleared out, but then wouldn't ferment for like 3 weeks straight.
Oof.
Then all of a sudden, that batch starts fermenting, and her apple cider starts fermenting, and I added some yeast just because one wasn't fermenting and the other was just so full of not yeast that I was like, well, I need it. And then they both started fermenting at the same time, and they were like bubbling so much it was almost like they were boiling. Like they're fermenting like crazy. And they still are. They've been bubbling like that like for past 4 days, and it's more bubbling than I've seen when just using natural yeast that's found in nature. So it's pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, now you got to question what type of yeast are you putting into it? Like the super yeast, like.
Oh, 1 second. I'm not using the fast yeast that brews everything in like a week. That's not what I'm using.
That'd be cheating.
It would be cheating. I agree. No, I'm using a yeast that's mainly for kickstarting brewing, basically. It's when a brew stagnates, like mine was. This is like a workhorse that's supposed to work really well. And it is specifically, are you ready for this?
Mm.
K1 V1116 yeast,
Ah, my favorite flavor.
which is really good at fermenting and also really good at keeping fruit flavors in whatever you're brewing, apparently.
That sounds
So this
nice.
should be nice because pectin, which these are the first two batches I've ever used pectin enzyme. Apparently, pectin enzyme also brings out the fruit flavor. So these two new batches of wine should be super fruity, which I'm kind of excited for.
Yeah.
All right. Fruity wine sounds pretty good.
Yeah, right now it's just really sweet and you can't taste the alcohol at all. But if it could be sweet and appley, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my brewing updates. I have 3, or technically I made 4.5 bottles of successfully made wine, and 2 of them are gone, and 2 of them are going to other people. So I have about 1 bottle for myself.
Sounds nice.
Yeah,
I'm happy for you.
What a great adventure.
thanks. It's been fun brewing. It's fun. It's fun experimenting with that stuff because your trial and error has to wait a month per error.
You're
And
trying.
I've only had 1 failed batch and 2 successful. So technically, I'm up.
You always leave on and up, right?
Yeah. Like Mario Kart, you can't win on a loss, or you can't end on a loss. You gotta go one more round. You can't win on a loss either.
You can't win on a
that's just
loss,
physically
guys.
impossible.
Guys, you can't win on a loss. We got to keep going. What words of wisdom to live by?
You can't win on a loss. If you're not first, you're last.
Yes. You know what they say. All tie for first. Wait, no, one tie for first, all tie for first.
Yeah. That's the rule.
Yep. Definitely not a modified rule.
Yeah, that's the rule. That's how it works, and that's how it's always worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I remember it working this whole time.
Uh-huh.
Oh, golly.
Jack wouldn't understand, though.
Was he not
He's
there?
on.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He wasn't.
Oh, I feel sorry for you, Jack. It was quite the great time.
Yeah, it was.
Well, do we want to start wrapping up the podcast? It was kind of low-key podcast today,
Yeah,
but I think
I don't have anything to talk about.
we've just ran out of stories. Jack didn't want to bring his amazing story to the table. I tried pressuring
What
a few
amazing
times,
story.
but that's fine. He'll bring it back
Yeah.
next week. He'll bring it back next week. I promise you guys.
Yeah, sometime soon, probably. Hopefully. We'll see.
He was very close, very close.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't sound convinced. But what should our topic be?
Rice.
Rice. Cool. We'll talk about rice next time and all your rice dishes. This is going to be like Jack's favorite episode because he loves rice.
Yeah.
Fried rice is really good.
And I made some recently that was also really good.
I think I have, I make rice once a week, so, well, quote unquote
Wow.
make, but I can get that into it next week.
I shouldn't have.
Rice?
I shouldn't have brought up rice. Now I want Panda Express, but we don't have one here.
I don't think I've ever had Panda Express.
I don't know if I have
I
either.
don't think I've had Panda Express.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good food.
Well, you'll just have to figure out how to get some by next week.
I don't want to get some. The problem is, it's like in the city,
You
not
just-
here.
You just do an Amazon order of the Panda
what?
Express. Just tell it to come
I
with
don't think you
ice.
can. I don't think you can Amazon order fucking fast food.
DoorDash it then.
Yeah, DoorDash it. Perfect.
They don't DoorDash from other towns.
Well, just,
Uber Eats it then.
Just there's some.
Oh yeah, I can't
Uber
wait to.
Eats.
Oh man, gosh, I would love to wait 2 hours to get this food I ordered hours ago. God damn, I can't wait for it to be nice and cold by the time they give it to me. Great idea.
Well, just tell
Maybe
them.
they'll put it on the heaters.
Yeah, tell them to keep it on the Bunsen burner in the back.
And I have to pay like a fucking even more of a fortune just because they're delivering it from several towns away. God damn, genius, fucking genius.
Well, you know,
why didn't I think of it before?
just if there's a will, there's a way, and if you really want the Panda Express that much, then you gotta.
I'm not
go for
gonna
it.
spend $30 on like fucking orange chicken and rice.
Well, that's why you haven't eaten Panda Express.
All right, you do it. All right.
I don't want Panda Express. I've never had it. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be worth it.
Yeah, it might not be worth the $30 of gasoline.
There's no fast food that's worth $30 unless you're getting $30 worth of fast food.
That is true. Another set of wise words. Only $30 worth of fast food is worth $30.
Yep.
Okay.
If I wanted to wait 2 hours for my food, I'd go to like a fancy restaurant in the middle of their busiest day to do it. I wouldn't go to fast food if I wanted to wait 2 hours for a meal. That's stupid.
True.
Boy, fast food is supposed to be fast.
Fast food. Get it now in 2 hours. Okay, we'll talk about rice next time. So, thanks for all listening, and until next time, goodbye.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Hey.